Hey guys, Dachshund. So, check it out. Got my PT shirt, my tour shirt. It's got all the dates on the back. Somewhere there's Orlando and Tampa. We'll be able to find it, but this video is a solid argument for having the best Porcupine Tree luck ever. Live luck ever. So, first time I saw them, Orlando, 2007, House of Blues. They played She's Moved On. They only played it twice on the tour, and I don't know how often they've played it since or before that or whatever, but it's a song, I'm pretty sure it's close to retirement in their live show. I mean, they played Half Light, they played Drown With Me, Dark Matter, they played As the Tides. I mean, it was on the Fear of a Blank Planet tour, and it was just a blown out show. Absolutely amazing. It ended up being the most songs that they played in a single show on that tour. So, there's +1 for me in my Porcupine Tree luck. And then the very next day was when they played for free at Park Avenue CDs, and that's what the CD We Lost the Skyline is. So that's +2 on luck, where I even got autographs and stuff with the band. And then 2 nights ago, it's been a few days now. Last Friday was when they played at House of Blues again in Orlando, and Mike and I, Mellotron Sounds, we were able to get to the front row center. So I was literally right in front of Steven Wilson. It was just an experience like none other. I've never been front row center, and the energy is just insane. Just an amazing show then too. I mean, they played the whole incident, and they played Start Something Beautiful, and then opening to Rush on Ice, and oh man, Normal. I mean, the show was just crazy. So, I mean, all that together is just like, how do you pick a favorite out of that? And it's easy for me because I don't have to pick a favorite out of those, because my favorite show ended up being on the next 2 days later on the Sunday night in Tampa. So, the show is at Tampa Theatre, and it's actually a historic landmark. They have the whole plate outside on the box office, and the theater is just absolutely gorgeous. They had the stage, it's a nice, really beautiful stage, and it looks like it's like a street corner sort of. So you have these windows, and actually if you've ever been to Vegas, like every hotel does this, where they have the roof that looks like the sky, or it looks like it's about dusk or something, and they have the twinkling stars up there too. So it's just a very intimate theater. And we got to the theater early, and it's a seated event, so we had reserved seats, so we didn't have to worry about people stealing our seats and stuff. And we got there, and we were just hanging out outside, and it was actually raining too, so we were underneath this overhang on the street corner next to the theater. And then I turn around and I see John Wesley walking down the street. I'm like, oh hey, it's John Wesley. And he's like, hey guys, and he's just sending an email on his phone, and he stopped and chatted with us for about 2 minutes, and that was just really cool. The guy's just a totally cool guy. I mean, he hung out with us on Friday too for just a few minutes, and that's where the picture came from before. But he's just a really, really nice guy, and it was so cool to see him play in his hometown, because, I mean, if it weren't for him, it's obvious that I'd never see Porcupine Tree in the first place. So all my Porcupine Tree luck stems from Mr. John Wesley. So all the thanks in the world to him, and he's an amazing guy. So and we were waiting outside. The doors open, and we get in, and then they'd said that the show was going to be different. So one of the big things though was that they didn't have the screen for the incident. During the incident, they have this projector screen where they do all these videos and stuff, and they're all really cool. And I was actually really hoping to see the videos, because I didn't really get to look at them much on Friday night, so I wanted to kind of get the whole video experience on Sunday night. So I was very slightly disappointed, but I was like, if anyone can pull this off, it's my boys Porcupine Tree. So Steven comes out, and he looked a little bit nervous. I mean, and when you think about it, he's thinking, all right, we're a prog rock band, we're playing in Florida. This place is like a dead zone for prog, and We don't have the video that goes to our songs. We don't even know how many people here even know our music because the show didn't even sell out. There's an a review online where they say that there was 727 people, I believe, at the show. So it was a very small show. And so all these things are stacked against them. And they started playing The Incident, and it was just amazing. I mean, Time Flies is one of the coolest songs ever. And they just blew it out of the water again. And I mean, I'm rocking out, dude. I'm just into it. But the thing is, we're all seated, so like The Incident's a pretty heavy song when you got the whole first CD, The Incident, and there's a lot of heavy parts, and it must be kind of weird when you're playing on stage and you see all these people just sitting there staring at you. Maybe some of them are rocking their head or head banging, but it's got to be kind of discomforting when you're sitting there just shredding, and then people are just kind of like sitting there staring. So it's hard to gauge the crowd, and then right when he finished I Drive the Hearse, though, everyone just sprung up into the air, and it was like, yeah! And he generally looked surprised. I mean, they were like, he was like, oh, hey, cool, we'll be back in 20 minutes. Yeah! So the night was just great, and we're like, there's supposed to be a different set, and so we're waiting, and there's actually this one guy up front, and I saw him look at the set list, and then he started bouncing around like a little kid, and I was like, oh, this is probably gonna be pretty good then, because then the show starts back up, and they play Back to Eyes. I'm like, awesome, great song, it gets me back into the, ooh, yeah. So then the next song was Buying New Soul, and I was just like, holy shit, this is awesome. That Buying New Soul was one of the songs that I was like, they're playing a whole new set, and I really hope they play that song, and I just love that song. I mean, it's a B-side off Light Bulb Sun, and it's a really beautiful song. It's kind of atmospheric, and it's got everything you want in a Porcupine Tree song, and I just love it. But the biggest song of the night was Hate Song. Holy shit, that was awesome. I mean, Hate Song was absolutely insane. I mean, Gavin was just in rare form. He was just all over the place. And I have like 3 different live recordings of Hate Song, some bootlegs, one of them arriving somewhere. And I mean, this was, oh my god. I was literally just stunned the entire song, and every now and then I just couldn't help but just say, holy shit. And I was screaming on the top of my lungs the entire song, and it was the best concert experience I've had in my life in a single song, because it seemed like everyone was just screaming at the stage, and then everyone on stage was Steven and all of them, they're just giving it back with everything they've got, and you could just feel like this energy, just this bouncing. Oh man, it was just so amazing. And and then right after that they played Stars Die, and I was like, holy shit. If you go on Setlist FM, they've only played Stars Die twice in America, and I've seen it both times. The one acoustic song on We Lost the Skyline, and then I saw it then Tampa, so that's a PT badge of honor, I guess. So yeah, then they just played out the rest of the night, and they ended up playing Halo 2, which is I was praying for that song too. So I mean, this whole set was amazing. Oh god, just the best show ever, because it looked like Steven, he's a guy who doesn't really show his emotions much, and he was definitely he definitely looked really surprised and excited and really happy that they didn't have the screen and they had all these things stacked against them, and that everyone was still having an amazing time. So the other really cool thing though was the applause for Wesley when they announced him being in hometown from Tampa. I mean, everyone was just screaming for him, and I was just really cool. He looked really happy about that, and I mean, it went on it was like a standing ovation for like 5 minutes or so. I mean, I was screaming the entire time, and he was putting on an amazing show, and he's one of the coolest things that happened at Porcupine Tree, and love the guy, and love the whole band, and I'm running out of time again, so yeah, most amazing show ever, Tampa Theatre, April 25th, and I'm actually going to try and build a frame for all of my stuff. I got the wristbands, I got the tickets, so I'll probably do that in a few months from now. But anyway, time's running out, and I'm done with college, so booyah! See you later.